You can study, you can analyze India versus Pakistan by the numbers, and that will tell you a very good story. Or you can look at this game qualitatively, and that might actually end up giving a slightly better picture. So let's do both. Let's start qualitatively. There's talent in both sides, make no mistake. But the question in a game where there's been so much hype is who can summon that talent at the moment much better than the opposition? Who can keep all that hype away? Who can live in the moment? Who can be more fearless? And in recent times, that has been India. You look at the players who've been successful in India-Pakistan matches, Virat Kohli, Virender Sehwag. Why? Because they played to the fear in the opposition. Remember, when two teams come into a contest like this, both are slightly highly wound. The team that is more relaxed, the team that's saying, look, I know you're worried about the outcome, but so is the other. The team that is less worried about the outcome as a result is more likely to win this game. And in recent times, that has been India. Now, what are the numbers saying? The numbers are saying head-to-head, it's 10-3. Pakistan can point to those numbers and say, but two of those came in recent years in 21 and 22. Pakistan could say they've won 20 out of 26 in Dubai. It's one of their most favorite places to play in. India could well turn around and say that 4 of the last 5 there have been defeats. What is more recent form telling you? That's always a good indicator. 2 good indicators coming up. Recent form since the T20 World Cup. Let's look at the last 12, 14 months because the teams are pretty similar to teams that have played over those last 14 months. India have won 17 out of 20. You could say that 10 of those have come against Sri Lanka, against Bangladesh, against Zimbabwe. 7 of those have come in breathtaking style against England and South Africa. Pakistan are 13 out of 28. And those wins have come against Zimbabwe, against Bangladesh at home, against the West Indies, and most recently in the Tri-Series against the UAE and Afghanistan. They faltered very badly when they've come up against better sides. The other number I'd like to look at, and that very often determines which way the game is going, is what are teams doing in the power play. Both batting and bowling, but let's focus on the batting first. In the power play overs, India are averaging 28, not great, but when you're playing 8 batters, that doesn't matter very much, but striking at 9.55. Pakistan, with a lot of young players, with a lot of young free-stroking players, averaging 21, striking at 7.67. So the power play is an issue for Pakistan, and sometimes when a team is not very confident, they tend to want to hang on to wickets. It's the reason why India were a bit sluggish back in 21-22, and that's the reason why India have been so dangerous thereafter, in that everybody these days in the modern game attacks the power play. Can Pakistan attack the power play? Because that's one little area of weakness, given that India are going in very spin heavy. And you saw that in the game against the UAE, where Bumrah bowled 3 in the power play. I don't think that's going to happen again, but Bumrah will definitely have to bowl 2. India will want Hardik Pandya to get off to a good start. Maybe even bowl 3 in the power play if it comes to that. But don't be surprised if you see a little bit more of Varun Chakravarti in the power play. And the reason is, India sometimes like to go with Akshar Patel in the power play, but 2 of the top 3 in Pakistan, that's Saim Ayub and Pakar Zaman, are left-handers. So India might just play it by ear a little bit and then go into the middle overs, hoping they've done the power play well and try and get overs there from Shivam Dube, who looked very good, and attack with Varun Chakravarti and Kuldeep Yadav. You take wickets in the middle overs, you've done your job, but very often that's a factor how well you've done in the power play. India threw a few surprises in that game against the UAE with Sanju Samson in the middle order. You thought that would be Jitesh Sharma, but I thought it's very interesting what Surya Kumar Yadav said. He said, we are not going to lose Sanju Samson so quickly because we have a lot of faith in him. And we've asked him if you can reinvent yourself, because India like the fire and ice combination of Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill. But India showed that they're going to go in with 8 batters. And the reason India want to go in with 8 batters is to give freedom to Abhishek Sharma and Tilak Varma and Surya Kumar Yadav and say, just go for it, doesn't matter. And I think the template is one of the games against England where India were 30, 40 for 3 and finished close to 200. India won't mind doing that. In fact, India is going to go out and play like that. And that is why I think the more fearless side is going to win. India is going to go boom, boom, boom. And that is why, to me, one of the key contests is going to be Shaheen Shah Afridi against Abhishek Sharma. They haven't gone head-to-head yet. With Shaheen Afridi, you never look at economy rate. You always look at strike rates, and those strike rates are on their way down. It's noticeable, too, that a couple of years ago, when he was bowling a little better than he's bowling now, Shubman Gill took on Shaheen Shah Afridi in a memorable game that India won. Because India realized that you go after Afridi at the top and you're taking away a lot of the potency in the Pakistan attack. What is just as interesting, Pakistan are going with a couple of quicks, most likely, and so medium pace of Fahim Ashraf. They have Haris Rauf, he tends to bowl in the middle. Pakistan are going spin heavy. I don't know if they can play both Sufyan Mukim and Abrar along with Mohammad Nawaz, but they're going spin heavy because there's Saim Ayub, there's Salman Agha as well. I don't know if India will bother too much with that. A lot will depend on the toss, because if the ball does get wet, there is a little bit of dew, then spin tends to get negated a little bit. But this is interesting that Pakistan are going in with spin. The spinners have done very well in recent times, but you've got to look at the surface and the quality of the opposition. I found something very interesting, a touch humorous as well. I saw what Mike Hassan said about Mohammad Nawaz, about saying that he's the best spin bowler going around in world cricket at the moment. And he bring a bit of a smile. You can see why Mike Hassan said that, though, because he wants to gee up his bowler who cracked under pressure in a crucial India-Pakistan game a couple of years ago in Melbourne. So he's trying to gee up his spinners. So it's a question of whether India can tackle the spin, maybe the wrist spin of Sufyan Mukim. There's Abrar Ahmed as well. But with 8 batters, India will go boom, boom right at the start. And that is why I thought Shaheen Shah Afridi versus India's openers in the power play will be a decisive contest. Eventually, it will come down to which team believes it can win. And I think, as I said at the top, I think in recent times, India have been so full of confidence, a little swagger about them. Will Pakistan worry about the outcome? If they do, then India to win easily. But if it's a close game, we'll wait and see. As I said, it'll come down to who plays more fearless cricket.
So thank you for watching and do subscribe to this channel.